Auch so ein Kampf, bei dem ich beim ersten Mal platt gegangen bin.
You held back. You'll regret it later.
I'll be fine. I appreciate you looking out for me.
Even your comeback is weak.
Are you speaking with Seraphim? So during the inspection, you really were.
I must apologize for lying to you, Sergei.
It is I who owe you an apology, gentle shepherd.
Huh?
Only in the clashing of blades may one gauge a man's strength. Might I ask your name?
Sorey.
Shepherd Sorey, I beseech you to lend me your power. For the sake of Roland's.
But we've heard that the Roland's Empire is on edge because of the Shepherd.
It's true. The Knights treat him as a dangerous wild card with a level of power comparable to Cardinal Fortin. And the Church views the Shepherd as a threat to the Cardinal, and therefore a heretic.
The Cardinal is the number 2 figure in the Church, first in line to succeed the Pope. On paper, she's an aide to the young Emperor, but in reality, she holds the reins.
Verily, and she is said to be capable of causing the same miracles that the Shepherd can.
The same as the Shepherd?
What is the meaning of this? Since when have the Knights been so brazen as to let themselves into the sanctuary unannounced? Don't tell me you have come here intending to stain the ears of our faithful with foul lies about Cardinal Fortin.
Father, I would never...
Spare me your noxious dissembling. Get out of here at once.
Come to the park. We'll finish our discussion there.
Ja, los, auf zum Gasthof. Nochmal 5000 Sequenzen. Wow, what the fuck?
Was?
Mächtigen Gegner ohne Objekt besiegt, weil er eigentlich etwas schwerer ist. Das Lustige ist, finde ich aber, innerhalb von 30 Sekunden gesiegt. 2,65.
Tja, hättest du ihn in 10 Sekunden besiegen müssen. Bam, fertig. Hätte er eine Rückhandschelle gebraucht.
Ja, wahrscheinlich.
Willst du nicht speichern?
Vielleicht auch nicht.
Ja, doch im Gasthof kannst du doch speichern.
Ja, stimmt, im Gasthof kann ich auch noch sprechen.
Du, dass du so blitzschnell bist.
Alter. Das war einfach zu schnell.
Oh Mann.
So, jetzt speichern wir erstmal kurz.
Warte bitte. Wie findest du eigentlich das neue Design der PlayStation 4?
Welches neue Design? Ach so, dieses schmale.
Nee, nicht das Slim, sondern vom Menü her.
Es geht. Es geht schlimmer, siehe Windows 10. Hat er nicht gesagt Gasthaus?
Hey, Edna? What? Aren't those boots a little big on you? Got a problem with it? Nope. Just wondering if it's hard to walk in those.
They used to be my brother's. He adjusted it so that it'll match my shoe size. Don't worry.
Then how about those gloves?
We have matching ones. What about them?
They look great with your dress, though the overall look is a little strange.
My brother told me the same thing.
Huh?
Never mind. Just saying that you wouldn't be able to pull this look off.
Guess that's true.
Weirdo.
Okay, dann halt nicht der Gasthof.
Wir haben festgestellt, nein, da wartet er nicht. Aber geht
Da
zum
oben
Park
wartet er.
und hör dir an. Naja, doch nicht in Pendrago.
Stell dir mal vor, ich hätte versucht, nach Pendrago zu laufen. Nur um dann festzustellen, okay.
Meine Güte, wie oft mir das in Spielen passiert ist, dass ich irgendwo hingelaufen bin, weil ich nicht zugehört habe. Und dann war ich ewig unterwegs und dann habe ich gemerkt, oh, da habe ich nicht hingehen müssen.
Hättest du mal einen Windschreiten gehabt.
Ja.
Sorry about earlier. I didn't want you to have to see that. Things weren't quite as bad between the Knights and the Church when the Pope was still around.
The Pope?
Pope Macedra was a kind-hearted philanthropist, whom the former emperor greatly trusted. Even the Knights would have gladly carried out any order he might give.
Wait, what do you mean was?
He went missing about a year ago. As if prepared for the confusion, Cardinal Fortin took the stage, and soon she had seized all political power.
So, you think the Cardinal had something to do with the Pope's disappearance?
Is there proof?
None. I had the combined powers of the entire Knight Squad on the case, but no clues turned up. But any knight who snooped around the Cardinal went missing. 18 of them in all.
Subtle.
I don't want to admit it, but in order to stand against the Cardinal, we need power that exceeds natural capabilities. Shepherd Sorey, I know it is wrong of me to ask, but can you help seek out the true nature of the Cardinal?
The Cardinal resides at the church in Pendrago, right? I thought commoners weren't allowed inside.
It's true. I'll try to pull some strings on my end to get you permission to enter.
All right. We'll meet with the Cardinal.
Oh, Frabjous day! I shall make the preparations immediately. Milady, please forgive me for dragging your husband into all of this.
Huh?
Let us reconvene at Pendrago. Once you've arrived, come to the Knight's Tower.
He seriously thinks you two are married?
What a weirdo.
But he's so pure.
A pure idiot.
Ja, ein reiner Idiot.
I can tell this is gonna be trouble.
But at least it's getting us inside the Shrine Church.
Right. While we're at it, we can probably tell the higher-ups in Rollins our side of the story.
Though something tells me those higher-ups are going to be the real problem.
Ja, der nächste. Ja,
It seems like the Guardian Seraph became a Hellion.
But why would it just up
Müssen wir
and
nicht in die
leave like
Höhle?
that?
Wollen wir jetzt die Frau holen?
Ja. Nee, wir kommen noch gar nicht in die Höhle rein.
Okay, was müssen wir zuerst machen? Was ist unser Plan?
I don't think
Das.
any dogs have barked at
Oh.
me for a while now.
There's the reason why.
Is that Dezel? Looks like the dogs are flocking to him.
What? You want something?
No, I'm just a little surprised. You're okay with dogs?
Of course I am. Dogs are silent partners. You haven't given them enough of a chance to know better.
But dogs do bark.
They only bark because they can sense your anxiety and aren't sure where it's coming from.
In other words, it's because you're afraid of them in the first place.
Well, I'd argue that they bark at me first.
It's so hot again. It truly is. I think I'm gonna get sunburned. Edna, do you use your umbrella for protection from the sun?
As you can see.
Do Seraphim get sunburned too? I guess it makes sense since Edna has really fair skin. Edna's umbrella can be used to avoid the sunlight as well as rain. It can even be used to push back the Hellions. Oh, wow! So it's like killing 3 birds with 1 stone. Not quite. It's also her signature item, so it's more like killing 4 birds with 1 stone. If that's true, then really it's like killing 5 birds with 1 stone since she has a cute mascot character attached to it. And it's also something she can change depending on her mood, so that's actually 6.
I'm like Cinderella with an umbrella.
I must say, that was a good one.
Not to mention a lot of dead birds with 1 stone.
Und im Englischen war der Spruch viel besser. I'm like Cinderella with an umbrella. Er war so toll. Ich bin so glücklich. So, jetzt kommt bestimmt wieder ein Gespräch.
I'm sick of this Norman collecting already.
How is that possible? Everyone knows you love him. You've even got one on your umbrella. Rose, better not to mention the mascot.
It gets long.
I love long stories. Go ahead, lay it on us.
Okay, but don't say I didn't warn you. This little guy here? You can pull out his head to stretch out his neck, like a giraffe.
That's what you meant by it gets long?
Same goes for the nose, too. Max length, 1.5 times its height.
Ew, that's not even a Norman anymore.
That's right. This thing's like a talisman, an amulet, a rabbit's foot, a periapt, that sort of thing.
I don't quite get it, but sure. A charm you carry because it's special to you, right?
Not really. It was given to me, so I put it on.
That's a whole bunch of Norman we found.
Yes, an abnormal amount.
But I gotta say, their abilities really are helpful. Why does everyone leave them alone?
Yeah, you'd think there would be droves of Seraphim asking for their help.
Long ago, there was in fact an enormous demand for them. They were booked up for months at a time.
So why are they just wandering around now?
One day their leader, well, their leader-ish person, rose up against the extreme work conditions, demanding autonomy for Norman Seraphim, plus a significant raise in wages. He called on the other Norman to join the fight for independence.
A Norman revolt? Were there many casualties?
None. The only one pushing for independence was the leader-ish fellow. The others were simply like,
We don't mind helping, but it'd be real sweet if we could get maybe a 300-year break between crunch time.
and that was more or less that.
So easy going. But that's Norman for you.
And what happened to the leader?
Well, that's a whole nother...
After a protracted battle with another Seraph, he lost and was never seen again. Or so the story goes.
Huh. So Norman have their own history too.
Lila, I get, but you sure know a lot about Norman, Edna. You really must like them a whole...
I just hear rumors, that's all.
Hey, Seraphim grant blessings and good fortune, right? What kind of good fortune would you guys bring?
Mine would probably be something like academic achievement.
Let me guess. Lila would be family safety and security?
Quite possibly.
I suppose I'd be perfect health.
You? Really? That'd be odd.
Not really. I've been hit by lightning on multiple occasions. Tumbled off the peak of Rayfalk, gotten caught in an enormous landslide. Stubbed my pinky toe on the edge of the dresser, gotten a tiny fishbone stuck in my throat. And yet, here I am, safe and sound.
Holy crap! Well, okay, some of that was just regular crap, but still, whoa!
You really are lucky, Edna.
To a bizarre extent, even. But it's how I survived being near my brother, even after he had turned into a dragon.
This town's just bursting with sinister rumors, isn't it?
Yeah. No wonder they call it the Age of Chaos.
And a lot of them sure sound like the work of Hellions.
If you're interested, why don't we investigate?
But we have someplace to be already.
Taking a little side trek isn't gonna kill us. It's not like we promised a specific time frame or anything.
I'm with Rose.
Me too. It's a good opportunity. Why squander it?
Fair point. All right, let's do it. No regrets.
Except the regret of getting involved.
There's something I want to tell you, since you've acquired the power to armatize.
Yeah?
Hidden arts are stronger than martial arts. Seraphic arts are stronger than hidden arts. And martial arts are stronger than seraphic arts. That's the basics. But we can only use martial arts and seraphic arts, which means that Seraphim aren't able to accommodate all types of enemies. You guys can use martial arts and hidden arts on your own. And during armatization, you can use hidden arts and seraphic arts.
Human, Seraphim, and armatization. So we can compensate for each of the 3 different types depending on how we use them.
Yeah. For example, for enemies that don't use any seraphic arts, it would be more advantageous if you armatize. Of course, you may encounter enemies which can be taken down more easily when you are not armatized as well. It just means that the armatization isn't all powerful.
Right.
There's the advantage of being able to concentrate 2 powers into one. But there's also a disadvantage to that as well. Assess your situation at all times. But the worst situation you can get yourself in is getting in a pinch from overthinking things. You gotta find your own balance out there.
I'll take things one step at a time. Thanks, Dezel.
Rose? Oh, please excuse me. Is this better?
Yeah, much. So, what's up?
I just wanted to thank you properly. Thank you very much for saving Sorey in the battle.
Oh, think nothing of it. It was a spur-of-the-moment kind of thing.
Maybe. But your courageous acts and spirit were very moving.
They were?
Hey.
Come on, show yourself! Now, what do you want?
I was just going to tell you not to overdo it with all the flattery. Also, sorry for surprising you.
Just don't do it again!
I apologize too soon.
That was even fiercer than when we saw her in battle. I could say I'm a fan of this paper fan. No, that's too easy.
You still awake? Oh, hey. I think this is the first time I've seen you with your hair down.
I need to set it properly to make sure it doesn't get in the way during battle.
Styling is a pain. I just cut mine when it gets too long.
Well, I think you have radiant hair.
You really think so? How long did it take you to grow your hair?
I can't really recall a time when my hair was short, honestly.
You mean you can't remember because it was so long ago? You have been around for a while and all.
Indeed. When you've been around as long as I have, you forget even what you had for dinner 2 nights ago.
Pretty sure even humans can't remember that.
I don't remember the first word I learned to say either.
Yeah, once again, welcome to the world of mortals.
So, do you think Rose has gotten used to us being around yet?
Yeah, I feel like she mostly has. She may be a big old scaredy cat, but she's pretty adaptable.
I'm not so sure. That fear of hers may run deeper than it looks. Remember, it was powerful enough to suppress even her prodigious resonance.
With the help of someone we know.
I don't have to apologize for anything.
But even so, Rose tagged along of her own volition. I'm sure she'll be just fine.
I want to believe she will. Human compatriots like Rose are 1 in a million.
In more ways than one.
Yeah, in more ways than one.
What's so funny?
I was just thinking, maybe we're the ones getting used to Rose and not the other way around.
Very likely.
You're talking to Lila and the others while they're invisible again, aren't you? Creepalicious!
Guess she's still got a ways to go.
It just takes time and patience.
Haben wir wieder die kleine Handvoll Sequenzen hinter uns gebracht.
Klein, Handvoll.
Dezent. Oh, wei. Da vorne ist noch ein Ausrufezeichen.
Oh nein.
Ah. Das hab ich fast wieder vergessen.
Is this belfry
Noch
all
eine
machine
Sequenz.
Yep, it's what Leston Bell is famous for. The gears get moving, the bells get swinging, and it sounds like the most entrancing music.
Now that's something I'd like to hear.
run? Wow, you'll only get something like this in the City of Artisans. Such craftsmanship.
Oh, an art appreciator now, are you?
I wonder how the motor works.
Don't ask me.
I hear the sound of the drawworks. They're probably utilizing the power of the aqueduct running underground.
Aqueduct?
Really? Nothing I can see suggests that.
That's because it's a hidden refuge area. This place was built as a fort in the first place.
Oh, so that's why this place is surrounded by castle walls.
Before it was a fancy belfry, this was a communication tower for sending smoke signals.
So much history everywhere. This is too cool.
Guys seriously geek out over the weirdest things.
Well, let them have their fun.
Yeah, I suppose.
Boys just wanna have fun.
Looks like the church and the Knights of Roland's really are at odds.
And here I thought they were both supposed to protect the people.
Herd mentality always prevails when people sort themselves into groups, no matter the situation. It can be helpful in lending authority to institutions that wouldn't otherwise command it, but more often than not, it generates malevolence, leading to great conflict.
Like wars, you mean?
Yes, in the most extreme cases. Even the conflict between the Knights and the Church could be considered a war, if on a much smaller scale.
War is the people's history. I read that in a book once, and I think I get it now.
Would it be better for me not to get involved?
What do you think?
I want to know. Even if the reality is bleak, it is still part of the world we live in.
Then let us go forth. This is your adventure.
No, it's our adventure. Mine and those who believe in me.